Hello, it's Teresa. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. Today I'm sharing with you my swap entry for V&A Creates Christmas Ephemera Folder Swap. Now, V&A did a similar swap to this with a different theme about a month ago, and I wasn't able to participate in that swap because I was traveling. So I'm very thrilled to be able to participate this time because I just had a lot of fun with it. The basic requirements for this swap were to make 4 5x7 folders that you fill with about 15 pieces of ephemera, no less than 15 pieces, but you have to be mindful not to make your folders too thick. You need to keep them at about 1/4 of an inch. We also needed to do an altered hidden paper clip. And so that's what you see on the front of each of these. Actually, it's what's holding the folder together. Now, I know my folder looks a little thicker than 1/4 of an inch down here, but as you press it down, I mean, it really does compress down to meet the requirements. The items within my folders are very similar, so I'll show you the outside of the folders individually, and then we'll just go through one of them. So like I said, to hold our folders together, we needed to do a hidden altered paper clip, and this is what I did. I did use a die from Sizzix to do this little paper piecing element that I decorated the front with. This die had quite a few pieces and was a lot of fun to play with. I really like the way that this turned out. And as you can see, there's lots of detail in there, so it was just a lot of fun to paper piece. So if you're into paper piecing, I highly recommend this die. When I paper piece, I always use my Marvy jewel picker, and I just picked this up on Amazon, and it just makes it so easy. I find myself using this tip more than any other. It's just more of a fine tip, but there is a larger one for larger pieces or gems. To create the border at the bottom of my hidden altered paper clip, I used this border punch, and this comes from We Are Memory Keepers. On the back of the hidden altered paper clip, I just covered it with some patterned paper and left it open in case the recipient wants to put a photo there. For the folders themselves, I used a paper collection from Recollections. This was one of last year's Hot Buy paper pads from Michaels called Sugar Plums. And it's a gorgeous pastel collection. For the contents of the ephemera folders, I tried to just mix it up and offer a variety for the recipient to enjoy. This tag is from a digital collection that I purchased on Etsy, and I really liked this little skate and how it coordinated with the hidden altered paper clip. Now this lovely lady, all dressed for the holidays, is from this Tim Holtz Ideology Paper Dolls collection. This sweet little image is also from a digital collection that I purchased on Etsy, and I just cut it out with a stitched circle die, and then I used this die set that I purchased on Amazon to create the frame. Here's another digital item that I purchased on Etsy. Created this little like policy envelope Thought it was really sweet. And then this is what the back looks like. And then inside, I included this little postcard, and that's also from the same digital collection. Next, I have this vellum piece, and I just thought that was really, really pretty. There's actually one in the back here as well, larger one. And I just thought these were so fun, just something a little bit different. And that comes from Tim Holt's Ideology collection as well. It's called Vellum Scenes. All sorts of beautiful winter and Christmas scenes in this one. This is just a silver doily that I purchased on Amazon. Thought it was really pretty. Be fun for a layering piece. Next, I have a background piece that I cut out of some Anna Griffin pink glitter cardstock, and I did use an Anna Griffin die for that. This is from her Crosses collection. Here's another digital item that I purchased on Etsy, and this creates a little bag. So I did pre-score everything and inked the edges. And so this is just ready for the recipient to follow the instructions, putting glue on these tabs, and then it assembles into a bag. Next, I have another die cut, and this will create an envelope. It's pre-scored, and this is a die that I purchased on Amazon, and it looks like this. On the next side, we start out with a little tag from the collection. Just added some ribbon from my stash and a little bit of this metallic kind of twine. Next, I have a little glassine bag, and I did purchase these on Amazon. This was something that V&A had hauled on her channel, and I thought they were really cute and useful. And to embellish it, I made this little snowflake. This is an Anna Griffin die set. It's this one right here. And it is her mini Christmas botanical set. And I just used this die right here. It cuts out 3 different layering pieces to make your snowflake. And I just put a little bling in the center of my snowflake. Now this is just adhered with just a really tiny amount of ATG. So it'll be easy for the recipient to pull it off to use it to embellish a project. And inside of the bag, I've just got some goodies. To begin with, I cut these snowflakes out using a Fisker's punch. I'll show you that in a second, but I just used some different glitter paper from my stash and some foil as well. And I used this Fisker's punch to do that. And it punched through the glitter cardstock very easily, so that was fun to use. Next, I included a little bling that I thought coordinated nicely with the snowflakes and all of the contents of the folder. Couple cut aparts from the collection that I did ink around the edges with some vintage photo. This is a little sentiment die, says Peace on Earth. This is from a diamond press set. I'm not sure what the name of this set is, but it's just some Christmas sentiments, and I've had this for 2 or 3 years. And I've got this little snowflake charm. Now, each one of these folders will have a different sentiment, different cut aparts, different charm, but they're all basically the same items. Next, we have another doily, this one in gold foil. Love all the different texture and embossing on these doilies. Here I have some die cuts. I used a set from Hot Off the Press. Let me show that to you. I used this Christmas lantern set from Hot Off the Press. And what I did was I cut 2 of these lamppost lantern pieces, and in between I sandwiched some acetate in the windows, and then I put diamond stickles over that so you can actually see through it, and I thought that that gave it a nice effect. And my idea in not assembling all of this, because you could, put the bow onto the wreath, either on the top or on the bottom, hang the wreath onto the lamppost, which I thought about doing, but I think it's more versatile this way, and I want the recipient to have some choices. So you could put the bow on top, on the lamppost to decorate it, or you could put the bow onto the wreath, either at the top or the bottom, use it to decorate a project, or, I just wanted the recipient to have some options. And again, these are just tacked down with some ATG. Let me pull out that lantern so you can kind of see what I'm talking about as far as being able to see through it. I don't know if you can tell, but you can definitely, maybe if I put this behind it, kind of see through the windows. I don't know. In person, it's a really fun effect. Kind of glass, kind of like a frosted glass look. And lastly, I have a couple of die cuts. These are also from Anna Griffin, and these are from this set right here, and this is the Gothic 3D Concentric Layers die set, and I used this one and this center one. I cut this one out of the brushed rose gold and then this out of the shiny silver metallic, and I did it differently for each of the folders. So I don't know, I have a hard time doing the same thing. It was really hard with these hidden altered paper clips. I did them all exactly the same. I did them in a kind of an assembly line fashion, which is not typically my style. I'm usually like a one-off kind of producer of things, but they were so intricate. Yeah, I just went with it, and I thought they turned out super cute. But yeah, the contents of each of these is all just a little bit different, but the same kind of variety of items. Now, the last thing I have to share with you today is the card that I made for V&A. I like to make her a card each time I enter one of her swaps because I know they are a whole lot of work for her. And I really appreciate the fact that she, makes all of the effort that she does to provide this opportunity for us to interact with each other and, exchange creative items and ideas. So V&A, if you're watching this video, thank you so much. And if you don't want to see your card until you actually receive it, then you might want to stop watching the video now. This card was so much fun to make, and I can't wait to make some more, especially in like a Christmas theme. So be on the lookout for that, and maybe I'll do a process video next time, kind of walk you through how I make it. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please remember to like, subscribe, and share with a friend. Also, click the notification bell so that you're notified the next time I upload a video. Until then, bye!